What rights or privileges will an individual lose if they are convicted of a felony? Hi, I'm Attorney David Aylor of South Carolina, and I'd like to briefly go over the rights and privileges that an individual will lose if they're found guilty of a felony. First of all, if you're found guilty of felony in the United States, you will lose all voting privileges. As a felon, you will not be able to vote. Furthermore, you will not have any right to have access to a gun. You cannot possess a gun at any point in time as a convicted felon. You will also lose the opportunity to be on a jury panel for at least 7 years. Furthermore, you essentially could lose any and all privileges you have as far as professional licensing. That will depend specifically on the type of felony and the licensing agency. You should always review any potential losses if you are a licensed professional who is looking at potentially pleading to a felony charge. However, if a convicted felon is ultimately pardoned, then their rights will be instilled. To go through the pardon process, you need to look specifically to the state guidelines or federal guidelines depending on where you were convicted and what the felony was. For more information related on the criminal process regarding felonies and pardons, as well as any other criminal issues, you may always contact me at my office at 843-577-5530 or on the web at davidaylor.com. Thanks for watching.